Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with The Sopranos. Last time, nobody knows anything. And I don't know what happened on the last episode, unfortunately, because nobody knows anything. So that's just that. Anyway, alright. My terrible jokes aside, we learned, Tony learned that Pussy, after being arrested, may be wired by the government. And he went to great lengths to try to figure out if that was true. And he also sort of retaliated against Vin, the detective, and he basically he committed seppuku in Minecraft. Yes, that's how we say it, so that he unalived himself in Minecraft. That's how everything is okay for our YouTube overlords, you know? Granted, I say stuff all the time in these videos, like, I mean, not like stuff, but I mean, like, I say stuff, you know, like what unalive actually means, and nothing really happens to me. I'm pretty sure that's just because I'm too small for YouTube to care about, but I don't know. I don't want to test that theory. Anywho, so yeah, and it turned out Pussy was not the one. Of course, I'm talking about Pussy, but it's a character name, YouTube. The guy's name is Pussy, okay? But it's not Pussy who was wired. It was Jimmy. Jimmy, he did it. I just couldn't prove it. I mean, Jimmy went over to Tony, and it's pretty very obvious that he's trying to get information onto a recording. So yeah. But now we can't find Pussy. He's in the wind. Also, Junior was talking to Livia and found out that 3 of his capos have their mothers in this retirement home. And to him, that means they're planning a move against him, which is not what's happening. They all just needed a place to put their mothers. So, yeah. So, he's now ordered a hit on Tony. So that'll go well. Anywho, why don't we just get right into the penultimate episode of Season 1? Let's get going.
What's he got to be depressed about?
He talked to me about it.
Depression.
Well,
What the fuck do you know about depression?
nothing. I'm just saying, that's all. But he's sleeping all the time. He's not taking care of himself.
A lot of top guys had dark moods.
Yeah.
Winston Churchill, he drank a quart of brandy before breakfast.
So, yeah.
And Napoleon, he was a moody fuck, too.
That's why he invaded Russia without winter clothes.
Camilla, come on.
Sunlight is good for people, Tony. In Alaska, they wear these little light hats in the winter so they don't get depressed.
Meh. You know, I kind of feel like even if I was depressed, I just wouldn't go to bed. I do not like going to bed. I just want to... Like, I'll go sit in a chair and be depressed. When I'm sick, the last thing I want to do is go to bed.
Always with that melancholy smile. Please make up another chance. Tiny tears make up sea.
You know, I was right. Did he take a lot of pills? I think he took a lot of pills.
Look at her like that. Mario Lean. He gave me my first hand job. Me and Vincent Miniscalco in the alley behind the chicken market.
That's a hell of a thing to say.
God, what
Over
am I
a
saying?
coffin.
Poor woman's wake.
Hello.
Hi.
Is this yours? Found it in the yard.
Oh, no, really?
We have this new invention called the dryer. You could use them.
My English is beautiful.
No. You speak very good. Your English is better than my Italian. Principles of oral surgery?
I'm a student. I'm here as a part of an exchange program between our 2 countries.
How oral.
That's him.
Uh-oh.
Let's do it.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Whoa.
Okay, good. Chris just being there helps.
Want to waste this motherfucker too?
Let Soprano get his donuts. He's gonna pop him when he gets out.
Hey, you know, I heard all of that. Oh.
Hey, Tony, yes, his own mother wants him popped.
Oh, shit.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Fucking guy's big mouth.
Sorry.
That's not what I meant. Well, just peering over the thing.
It's a gorgeous piece of coos. It's next door to Cusimano's. She's staying there while they're away.
So you do feel something.
Don't split hairs with me,
Yeah.
because I've had it with you. Fucking King Midas in reverse here. Everything I touch turns to shit.
Yeah.
I'm not a husband to my wife. I'm not a father to my kids. I'm not a friend to my friends. I'm nothing.
I like that. To make sure this feels off, they have them on different sides than they normally do.
I'm gonna push the Prozac to 60 milligrams.
Sure, why not?
I love signs like that. Just a big sign that says chemist. Nothing fancy, just a chemist. That's it.
Avellino?
How'd you know that?
I didn't. I guess so. You look like this guy from there. And there is a place in the corner of the La Piazza. It's a wine bar. You can sit. You can see the hills. And when it's spring, you can smell the blossom from the lemon tree. And there is a church with a bell. And they say,
I
when
mean,
it rings, that means that a baby was conceived in the town.
oh my gosh.
È un posto pacifico e tranquillo.
Italy is already seductive enough. Whoa. I dream of Italy. Very specifically 17th century Italy, but...
Tony,
Whew.
are you on medication?
No. No. Tell me more about your dental study.
The oral stuff.
I was interested mainly in tumors of the gum and the soft tissue of the mouth.
Yeah?
That's not that sexy, actually.
Hold it, Mom. Anthony, what does a gentleman do for a lady?
In his own house?
A young lady's invited Anthony to his very first formal, Ma.
Well then.
Oh god. She's even playing along.
Where's Uncle June?
He said he wasn't feeling well.
Do you know in its lifetime the average American chicken's feet never even touch the ground?
That's picked up.
You know, if I was that young lady, and you came and took me to that dance, and used that kind of talk, I'd slap your face.
That's right, Ma. Thank you.
Oh my
Well,
god.
the whole world's gone crazy.
They're actually on the same page.
Some woman in Pennsylvania,
Dad, you're depressed.
depressed. My father came to this country with 17 cents in his pocket, and he never made a peep.
Ma?
What's he got to be depressed about? Nobody threw him into the glue factory and sold his house out from underneath him.
Ma, we all agree
Oh,
we would
good
sell
grief.
you home.
I'm going back upstairs.
I'm out of here. Even if he was in full health, he'd be out of there.
How can it be a joke if you're crying?
Oh, good grief. Here we
I
go.
mean, this is really the last time. I am never coming back to this house.
Alright. Yeah, you'll say that next time, too. Meh.
Who's she?
Dental student. From Italy.
You know her.
That sounds like a lie, but...
We had lunch.
Lunch? You fucking piece of shit.
None of what he said was a
Going
lie.
out to dinner with you is a distant memory from me, but you have time to take her to lunch?
It's still bad. Well, he's up. Dodge! Oh no, the Tropicana! Oh, the terrible shots! From such close range, too.
Dead now, motherfucker.
Oh! Dude, these guys are such terrible friggin' shots, man. Oh! Whoop!
Jesus, we were so scared.
They almost killed you for a stupid car.
I guess nobody told him about the kind of gas mileage that thing gets, huh, Ed?
Not funny, Dad.
You people can't wait till I finish sewing my ear back on?
Face it, Tony. 1 inch to the left and you're down in a drawer instead of talking to me.
Who's talking to you?
Yeah.
We're offering your husband full immunity from prosecution in return for any testimony that he might give us. We'll relocate you and your family. You'll be completely safe, all of you.
Hey, he doesn't know anything. It was a fucking carjacking. Now get out of here. You're upsetting my wife.
In case you change your mind.
You can go to Italy.
He's right.
What do you want to do, Carmela? You want to move to Utah? Be Mr. and Mrs. Mike Smith? We can
Utah.
sell some Indian relics by the road. Maybe start a rattlesnake ranch.
This is our chance.
You go to
get out,
Alaska.
Tony.
Jesse
We can
Pinkman is
start a
there.
whole new life.
Have some Mormons over to dinner.
Yeah.
Some tomatoes.
Probably I can't go to that dance now either. God, self-involved much?
With these boys in their suits.
Hey, it's Uncle Silvio and Uncle Paul.
Hey, Squirt.
They shot my dad.
Eh.
All right, though, isn't he?
I don't believe it was a carjacking.
Yeah.
Soprano escaped with minor wounds and was taken to an undisclosed area hospital. However, one of his assailants, William Johnson Petit Claiborne, was fatally wounded in the attack.
You did hire, like, the world's shittest assassins.
We go see him.
Tony?
Of course. She's my only son.
There are those little moments where she cares.
They will use some peppers out here, how come?
I'll get him, Dad.
Don't you have like 2 hours worth of homework to do?
Can't help to.
Yeah, that's why she's helping.
Shit, huh? Tony.
Chris, what the hell is on your head?
Who do we blame for the hat? I was down the shore at Tom's River on Denny Nigerian's boat.
2
Yeah.
shooters, and his piece was under the seat. You believe this guy?
He's a regular Hank Schrader over here.
This husband of yours, Carmela, how much we love him. Mwah.
Yeah.
He's the best. He's like a father to me.
Just make sure nothing happens to him.
I mean, I would trust the three of them. Okay, maybe not Chris. I trust Polly and Silvio.
It had to be your uncle, right?
Oh, I'm fucking now.
Meh.
Maybe he found out. Oh, what? He's Joe Jerkoff, not the boss. You know that you've been running things behind his back.
Anthony!
June!
Don't get
How many
up.
people are
Roger
how many
needs
people are
fucked
coming
up.
here?
Look who it is. Father in Tintola.
Oh, hi.
I came as a friend. How are you, Tony? I mean, if you
Boy, this is a real meeting, isn't it?
Fuck, I thought for sure it was him. But there he is, glasses and all.
Who is that?
Who?
That girl.
Who, Meadow?
Who is she? Is that Conchetta?
That's your granddaughter. Meadow?
All right, don't get impatient. I'm your mother.
Anthony, what time is it? Why aren't you dressed for the dance?
I can't go.
Why not?
Don't you need me to stay here?
And disappoint the future Miss New Jersey? Get out of here.
Well, Mama's gonna drive us. She can't now, right?
You're gonna go.
Yeah, Chris will drive you. All right, in times of stress, Livia, yeah. Okay. What's going on here? They gotta be that secretive about these meetings now?
I never mentioned a name or any other specifics that could identify you as that person.
And it was to immediate family, so, you know, they're fucking milquetoast, so.
How are you doing with all of this?
To tell you the truth, I feel pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Talk about a jolt to the system.
Yeah.
Try getting shot at.
He's back to
Give
his
you a
old
nice
self.
kickstart. Well, I'll tell you something. I didn't want to die.
Meh.
Every fucking particle of my being was fighting to live.
Good.
She was Sort of whispering to it like, it's okay, little baby. Don't cry. It's gonna be okay. I love you.
Did the baby have a name?
She was calling Antonio.
Were there
Had been in
ducks?
your fantasy that's you, that little baby. And Isabella, that she was nursing you.
Alright, well now you're making it weird. Good talk. Come on. For goodness sake. I love these two. They're so goofy.
Can we get some of that whiskey?
They're not talking. It's fine.
Olivia, what was that bullshit yesterday? You don't even recognize your granddaughter?
Well, I've been forgetting things lately. You'll find that it'll happen to you soon too.
You're old as shit.
Timing. Right after the move on your son goes in the toilet.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What is he accusing her of? What?
Come on, your house guest. Isabella, dark hair, beautiful. You don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, do you?
Tony, I got no idea what you're talking about.
Well, either she was a squatter or Tony. No, because Carmilla saw her too. He didn't make it up.
You never.
No. Frankly, I think I've said enough about it. I never threatened to cut your dick off.
Oh. Oh, dang it. Unreliable narrator.
Hello? What's wrong?
There was no Isabella.
She didn't exist.
There was no Isabella. I just talked to Cusimano.
I did tell you about this, right?
Discontinue the lithium.
I already flushed it.
Got
Even
it.
if it was the medicine, this fantasy of yours has meaning. You know, the issue of mother and child.
Huh.
Your mother is always talking about infanticide.
Yeah, it's a sad situation that goes on in the world.
Are you still feeling okay?
I feel pretty good, actually.
Yeah. Again,
Find out
a
if they
wake-up
shot at
call.
me, I'm gonna feel even better.
Okay then. Oh boy. She wasn't real. Dang it. I disconnect myself from Mr. Robot too long that I didn't think of that. She wasn't real. She wasn't real. That's amazing. And they did mess with us. They did mess with us, so the argument he had with Carmilla didn't happen either. Good grief, man. Okay. Note to self. Don't take lithium, just get shot at. That'll fix you right up. Lithium, make you worse. Getting shot at, that's the ticket. That's the ticket right there. Good friggin' grief, man. She didn't actually exist. Man, I can't even, like... You know, it's one of those things where it's like whenever there's a story about, like, you know, a character, like, literally someone in someone's mind, it's like, I have such a hard time, I guess, sort of relating to it, because I've never been through that, you know? Never been through that. So it's just, like, to think, like, it's such a terrifying thing of, like, that didn't happen. Did he go to lunch? Like, because now I'm trying to figure out, it's like, okay, so what actually happened? What actually happened? Did he actually go into Cusimano's backyard? Did he actually go to that restaurant? Did he actually go to that restaurant? Was it just him? Oh boy, I don't know. Or was it all just while he was dreaming, you know? Well, Melfi's gonna have a field day with this, let me tell you. I'm so glad she just immediately was like, stop taking the lithium right now. Like that, and he's thankfully he's like, I already flushed it. It's like, you keep the Prozac, that's been working, but the lithium, that was a bad idea. Oh, everyone's losing it too. Tony's seeing Italian women that don't exist. Livia is forgetting who her granddaughter is, and June. Well, June. I mean, I guess June may be the most stable of them, but he's dying of anguish just waiting for this hit to happen, He doesn't want it. He doesn't want this to go down, but he needs it to just get done so he doesn't have to think about it anymore, I love that those two assassins were awful. I mean, like, look, they're kind of the middle ground of the assassins, the twins sent to kill Hank Schrader in season 3, and the assassins with the podcasts that were sent to kill Barry in season 4 of Barry. So they're somewhere in the middle of that. Like, they weren't bad per se, but they were also bad, Like, you missed. There was a lot more of him to hit. Like, look, It'd be like if you're taking a shot at me. I'm a large target, I'm a large target. Now, look, I will grant I don't have experience firing a gun. I've never done it, never needed to. But still, you point, you aim, you pull the trigger. That should get it approximately around where you were aiming. The bullet should go up approximately around where you were aiming. How as he was getting closer, he was like within, maybe, I would say he was 15 feet away from Tony. And from 15 feet away, did not hit him, but hit the Tropicana orange juice he had. And not only that, only had the one shot. And then this dude, who is only at the window of his car. So let's say, I don't know how zoomed in the video is going to be, but let's say about right here. Hopefully that's not off screen. If he's right here, and you are like here, and he's sitting there, I'm definitely off screen now, and he's sitting there, immobile, unable to move, and you still can't get, or hell, he's the distance that I am from the camera, He's the distance I am from the camera. I feel like I could hit the camera. And the camera's like maybe that big. Maybe that big. How? How did you screw this up? And not only did you miss him, you shot your partner. Oh my gosh, like, I didn't realize we got Dumb and Dumber to kill Tony. It's this weird comedy of errors. And see, because, like, with Hank Schrader, the only reason Hank was able to do that, and it's impressive how he did it, but the only reason he was able to do that was because he had the minute warning, He had a minute to prepare, basically, And he was able to do it. Barely. He still got fucked up, but you know what? See, I don't know if the feds can do this, but take the feds up on their offer. Take the feds up on their offer on the condition that you are relocated to Italy. Do the feds do that? I bet they probably don't. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how WITSEC works. I mean, we did have the guy earlier this season who was kicked out of WITSEC, But it's the same thing of, like, the vacuum cleaner guy in Breaking Bad. Excuse me. Where it's just like, can you relocate, like, not in the United States? Like, you know, obviously, like, he goes to Alaska, sure. Like, he can take you to Alaska, but it's like, can I just go to Canada? You know? Can I go into the deep wilderness of Canada and live there? Can you take me to Europe? Can I go to France? Can you take me to Japan? I don't know. I'm a weeb. You could take me to Japan. I mean, I assume it's also a thing of like, well, because they have to keep an eye on you. They have to keep you in a secure place. Which, do they have secure places in, you know, does the U.S. have secure places in other countries? You know, you gotta do that. You gotta be sure they can come in with testimony, you know? But that's the thing, it's like, oh, we're gonna hide you away. It's like, yeah, I don't want to hide away in Utah. That sounds miserable. Like, at the very least, put me in, like, Washington or Oregon or something, or California, I don't know. Put me somewhere a little bit more interesting. I don't want to go to Utah. I don't want to go to the desert. So yeah, can the feds take him to the place? I've already forgotten what the place was where his people are from. Ugh. And everyone's losing it, man. Everyone's losing it. Livia, I mean, because see, here's the thing. It's like, this is the first instance of Livia having a sort of memory problem. I mean, the thing is, though, that was a moment of high stress. So, like, I don't know. I mean, that's a sign. That's a sign is like, okay, you need to figure out what's happening with Livia, you know? But, like, it was a situation of high stress. I do like that moment, you know? I do like how much she cares about Tony being shot, you know? Like, it's that moment of, you know, she does genuinely care. Even though there's friction between the two of them, she does genuinely care for Tony. So that's at least good, but... And June... He's just... he's pissed about that. He's pissed about everything. Even just that moment where he just, you know, he throws up because the hit didn't go down. It's just like, it is killing him inside to have to put out a hit on his own nephew. You know, he loves Tony, you know? He loves Tony, but he's jumping to conclusions. And it's just not right, you know? It's like, oh, is that what they discuss? Is that what they discuss with, you know... in their meetings? Like, they're not having meetings. They're not having meetings. It's not happening, man. I love that moment where Chris, Polly, and Sylvia are talking behind Jude's back. He's like, yeah, there he is, and with his glasses and everything, he looks back and they're all just... I don't know why. I love Polly and Sylvia. They're just funny. So, I love... They didn't have to do this. They didn't have to show us this. But I love that they had the shot of AJ and his date for the dance. And they're in a limo. And it just cuts over. And just Paulie and Sylvia are there. And they're taking him. And they don't say anything. God, that's so funny. Yeah, and I was saying, I was like waiting for a moment. I was like, what if Pussy shows up again? And that's, you know, brings Tony out of his funk. I like that it's like, you know, what is the thing that gets Tony in a real bad funk? It's losing, you know, potentially losing one of his best friends, you know? But what got him out of it, to his credit, what got him out of it is being shot at, you know? That was a wake-up call. Every fiber of his being wanted to live. And it's like, well, that's something. That's something, at least. Fucking Isabella didn't exist. I can't believe it. I can't believe I got fooled again. Isabella didn't exist. Good grief, man. And not only that, but also the conversation with Carmilla didn't happen, you know? Like, that was all in his head, too. Well, one more episode this season. What could possibly happen next? I mean, they're already talking about, you know, they're already talking with Tony about, like, it has to be June that ordered the hit, but that's going to be rough. That's going to be rough to deal with. I don't know. Are we going to get, like, a major, like, status quo shakeup next episode? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But we will have to see. I'm very curious as to where we're going in the final episode of this season. With all of that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my Sopranos reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.